So I thought I'd share this for maybe for those of you who have collected coins or are considering getting into that hobby. It's a little bit of an oddball thing, I guess, but it was very popular for many decades, particularly in the last century. And my grandparents, really my grandfather mostly, was an avid collector of coins, and he traveled quite a bit. He was in the army. He was in World War II, and he collected a lot of currency through his travels. So probably 3-4 decades ago, he had given me this box full of coins, as well as a number of other collecting type things like books and coin books and photo albums full of money, and then I started collecting when I was a kid. So I acquired this probably sometime in, oh my goodness, it's got to be very late 70s, early 80s, and I added to it probably for maybe 10 years, and then closed it and kind of haven't really opened it in 20 years or so. So I dug it out of storage and I'm going to open it. And to my recollection, there's a lot of foreign coins in here, but it'd be kind of interesting to see all this stuff that's been in here for all these years. So let's take a look. Okay, so we got, this is something I believe I purchased. Oh, this is from the Treasury. I believe this is coins that were minted and it just went into a package. These have never been in circulation, so this is from the 50s. Pretty interesting to see money this old that is in this condition. I mean, absolutely perfect. So we got pennies and dimes, nickel, quarter, and $50, all from 1959. Pretty cool. I don't even remember buying this. This was, actually I didn't buy this. I think my grandfather got it for me at some point, or he willed it to me rather. So I guess that cost $8 at one time. 1959 PC. Bought in, oh, here it is, bought in, I don't know, maybe 1972 or something. I really can't read that. Interesting. Proof set. Okay, so yeah, they did a proof. So oh, this is no, these are foreign coins. I'm not sure why they're separate from all these others, but we'll go through these in a second here. Let's go through the loose ones first. So it's kind of fun trying to identify. Sometimes because of the language, you have to kind of figure out what country it's from, and if you're not real savvy with languages, it can be difficult, but we'll go with some of the easy ones here. I think this, if you can see this, this is this looks like, well, it looks like an English coin, but yeah, 1 penny. 1929. I remember these. I remember collecting these as a kid. My grandfather had given me a few. So it's like in Latin. It's pretty good condition. Oh, 5 francs. Obviously from France, 1971. This is very good condition, actually. Republique Française. More English coinage here, currency. This is a shilling. When was the last time Britain used the shilling? Maybe someone out there can can remind me. Here's 5 pence. Queen Elizabeth, 1969. There's a lot of English coins in here. They traveled to England, I think, a couple of times. I've been there several times myself. Okay, same thing here. I believe this is England again. 1 penny from 1964. Interesting is that the penny, this is the penny from 1929, and the design didn't really change. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but for some reason the right one looks larger, slightly larger. They changed the head. The queen got represented later on. See if we can find something other than English. All right, now my glasses aren't very powerful, but oh, I think this might be Greek. Yes, this is Greek. I know that I don't know what Greek coins are. It's been so long since I've collected, but I know like the currency was called drachma. This is 5 Paxmi? I don't know, someone out there can probably help me with that. Let me know what that is. Yeah, decidedly Greek, just by the way that's drawn out on the face of the coin. That's an interesting one. Yeah, it's new pence, it's 50. 1969. I like the shape. I think these are cool. Oh yeah, these are interesting with the holes in them. This is, well, I think this should be Greek as well, just based on the way the language looks. 1954, it's in remarkably good condition. When you see coins with holes in them, I don't know about how it is now, but that was very common in Asia. I think China predominantly. And this is like aluminum or tin or something. I mean, it feels like plastic. So we're not going to be able to get through all of these. So let me see if I can pick some of the more interesting ones. More pennies. This is 1917. Another English penny. This could probably actually buy you something in 1917. Well, 1955. This looks very Eastern European. Republic. Oh, it's Italian. Not Eastern European, Southern European. You see a naked guy with a hammer, which kind of makes you think of Eastern Europe. This one's really worn out. This also looks English, and it is, yeah, 25 something cents. All right, here's some of these. Let me grab a couple of these. Okay, this is Arabic. This is an Arabic coin. I do believe that's Arabic. Big hole in the center here, and they would carry them on sticks. This is Libyan. Yep, Libya. 1 plastre. Is that Libya or Lebanese? You know, this actually, it's République Libanaise. So actually, it's like, this is Lebanon. Has to be, right? French. And it's looks like 1966. Okay, this is Barcelona, so this is Spain. And Juan Carlosi, España, 1950. My goodness, I can barely read that. I want to say 1971. That's my best guess. España. Okay, so I take back what I said about Asian coins being the predominant ones with holes. It looks like many other countries did the same thing. This is a looks like 1993. Spain. 25. When I went to Spain in 2001, right before they switched to the euro, they were using pesetas. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, here's interesting. Oh yeah, this is very, very Middle Eastern looking. It's got Arabic writing, and I'm afraid I can't identify this. Isn't that Egypt? Cross swords? Or it could be Saudi Arabia. I don't know. This is pretty old. Whatever it is, it's worth 25 of some kind. Some currency. Here's an old German Deutschmark, 1972. Here's 10 Pfennig, I'm sorry. Deutschland, 1992. Wow, so everything's the euro now, so there's another Deutschmark in here. Wow, this is really old. That's got the old eagle on it. The Bundesrepublik Deutschland, 1956. Some other interesting things in here. Oh, you know what? I'll go ahead and open this. I know what this is. I remember this. This is pretty interesting. This is a real collectible. My grandfather had picked this up somewhere. This is a Byzantine coin from the year 962 AD. 962. Pretty remarkable. This, when he had this appraised, turns out this was some kind of, it's like an ode to God or something, and I believe this was probably maybe the Byzantine emperor. It could be Christ, because it looks like there's a halo. Take it out of here. But yeah, this is Byzantine coinage from well over 1,000 years ago. I mean, not bad condition considering the age. Yeah, it's in the old Latin. It's probably Latin because that was the people who could actually read wrote in Latin. The clergy and what have you, they may have controlled the currency at the time. But that's pretty interesting. So that's a Byzantine coin from 962. Never mind. Let's go to the next one. It's funny, when I was a kid, I had these little plastic rings and things. Plastic high school ring. Just in there. An old guitar pick. I used to play guitar. Look how worn that thing is. Oh, 3 pence, 1941. So this is a wartime currency from England. How about that? Italian. How about shillings, more English, 1959. English, certainly, right? Half penny, a half penny. Can you imagine? What was the point of a half penny? Okay, we got a 1970 Arabic coin, Bahrain. Ironically, I've been there. I was deployed in the military in Saudi Arabia, and we took a trip over to Bahrain because that was the only place that you could drink. Oh, Portuguese, whoops. Let's try another one. That looks Canadian, 1962 Canadian. some dice in case you want to gamble. Here's one of these coins with a hole, 1997, Spain. Now, my grandparents passed in the 80s, so anything that's in the 90s I must have collected on my own. Deutschmark, 1960. Oh, this is, I love this one. Look at the shape on this. Obviously English, Queen Elizabeth. Oh, I'm sorry. Look, yeah, it is English because it's Hong Kong. 1975. You know the history of Hong Kong. England held authority in Hong Kong for quite a long time. I think they relinquished it like in 97, 95, somewhere in there. But so this is $2 Hong Kong currency with the Queen's head on it. Pretty interesting. There's more Hong Kong money. They went to China sometime around 1982 and they brought back all kinds of currency, so this is probably where they got it. 1978. This is $5. Oh my goodness, there's so much so much in the way of English money in here. It's almost redundant. Here's more Arabic currency. United Arab Emirates. 19. I can't read that. It's got like a, is that a hookah pipe or is that a a tea kettle? Oh, this is cool. Well, English again, right? Half crown. A half crown, 1948. Let's try to find something really different in here. We've got a lot of these. Oh, here's 1919, another penny. Look how big pennies were. What that tells you is that they were actually truly worth something. If they're making them this large, you can, I mean, a penny in the United States obviously is completely worthless unless you have a lot of them. Then they're just a pain in the ass. Okay. This is that Panama? Yeah, Panamanian. Un Centesimo, 1975. It's got an Indian, like an indigenous person's head on it. And this is Mexico. 2000, yeah. We've got, that looks like Germany or something. 10 Groschen, 1959. This is more Arabic coinage, Kuwait. I may have brought that back with me when I was over there. Remarkably good looking penny, 1967. New pence. Wow. Look at this. You don't see these very often. Bicentennial one too. So that's a full dollar. Very cool. I kind of wish people would use things like this. Of course, they changed the design later to a much smaller one that's like gold colored, and it resembles too much resembles a quarter, so I think people get confused with them. But these are great. You'll still find these around, but you almost never get them as change. This is a really nice one. $1924. This is Tunisia. Franc. Of course, the French were in Tunisia, weren't they? So that's a franc used in Tunisia. Bon pour two. This is looks Chinese or something. I think that's China, and ironically, it doesn't have any holes in it. Here's a peseta. Yeah. 1987. Spanish peseta. Most of this currency is now obsolete. You wouldn't even be able to use it. This, I believe. I wish you could. This thing weighs absolutely nothing. I mean, it's like, I think it's like aluminum or something, but they weigh nothing. But yeah, that's Chinese, I think. Oh, this is, Marca. Is this Finnish? Old Finnish currency? Suomen. This is, I'm gonna guess 1973. I'm gonna guess this is Finnish. Just a guess. I've been there, but by that time they were using the euro. Oh, this is cool. French. Liberty. Can't read it entirely. It's Centimes, 1963. République Française. You know, our friends, the Canadians here. 25 Canadian cents. I don't see a year on here. That's Mexico again. There's another Bahrain coin. It's like a really old one, 1970. More Deutschmarks. This is funny. Six Flags Magic Mountain. I don't know how that ended up in there. Yeah, we're all familiar with the old pennies, 1 cent. My goodness, I can even read the year on here. 1940. It's 1940. Now I have a book of old U.S. currency, and that's much better organized. This is a wow, that's interesting. Oh, it's sometime in the 90s, but oh, Spain. What a weird looking coin. It's just got this weird, yeah, I should have noticed by the Spanish, right? I just don't remember when Spain had holes in their coins. Here's another one. I was almost certain that was an Asiatic thing. Oh, this one's kind of interesting. This is Macau, 1978. $50 avos. Portuguese. Okay, so Macau. I don't know the history of Macau, but I guess it was a Portuguese holding at one point. 1949, Germany. This is a Pfennig. 10 Pfennig. It's a nice, heavy, robust coin here. English, no doubt. Yep, 3 pence, 1960. Oh, this is kind of cool. Looks like it's got a conquistador, meaning it's got to be Spanish. This is, what's his, not Cortez. This is Decimo de Balboa. It's a nice design. I wish this was in a little bit better condition. It's a little bit worn. This is 1975. Oh, sorry, excuse me, 1973. Oh, I'm sorry, this is Panama. Yeah, that makes sense because of, that explains the conquistador. Wish I could read this. Vendecimo de Balboa. Okay, if you're good with your Central American history, maybe you can identify who that individual was. one Deutschmark. No. Quite a number of those. Filipino money. Bank of the Philippines. 1963. 1 centavo. Of course, that was a Spanish colony. $19.75 centavos. Mexico, right? Yes, of course. The eagle and the snake. Been down there quite a few times. Okay, 10 something in China. This is one of those hobbies where it can last a lifetime because there's just so much out there, the varieties. I have a substantial paper bill collection as well, which maybe I'll do a video on that next. Spain. Oh, this is Canada. Yep. Of course, if it's got a moose on it or an elk, it's probably Canada. This is interesting. This is 6 pence. It's just amazing how often the currency changed in all these different countries. German. There's quite a bit of stuff. There's some dice. Go gambling. Yeah. So I think I have a lot of duplicates. A lot of them are from different years. When you're collecting coins, it's nice to have a kind of a range. This is a shilling. 1980? Wow. Public Österreich. No, wait a second. Okay, I'm going to do a little research on this one because it's interesting because that sounds Republic Österreich, but it's a shilling. And that's very Germanic, so. I've been out of the hobby for some time now. Kind of switched to paper bills in the last few years, but the coins, like I said, they've been in this box for some time. That's the pence again. More Deutschmarks. Oh, that's an old Indian head nickel. Wow, that thing's really worn out. Buffalo. These were great. Wish we should have stuck with these. These were great. I have a number of other ones that are in much better condition than this. It's Arabic. Probably Egypt, Lebanon, somewhere. Potentially Saudi Arabia. I'm afraid I just cannot read Arabic. Wow, this must be my oldest one, 1906. 1906 English penny. There's a few U.S. coins in here from early part of last. No, this is a World War II era, 1944. More Canadian, German. I thought I had more Italian coins in here. Coins with holes in it. That's Spain. I'm telling you, I'm convinced that there are a number of Asiatic currencies that have holes in their coins. This is United Arab Emirates. With the oil wells. Well, that seems fitting, right? 19... Sorry, I don't know these Arabic numbers. centimus. There's a few other types in here, but there's quite a lot. And the video's running a bit long. Coins are cool, but I'm gonna I'll do another video with the dollar bills or the paper currency from these other countries. And here's another one, this Asiatic currency. It's very plasticky. I mean, it just, when you drop it, and you can hear it sounds metal. I think it's aluminum, but it's so light. Canada. Here's a weird one. Anyway, all right. Well, thanks for watching, and we'll do the paper bills another time.